The mystery of Jacintha Saldanha's death has grown even more murky. A medical report now says that Jacintha died of hanging from a wardrobe in her room, and she also had injury marks on her wrist. Now, this finding is only going to fuel the reports that have suggested that there may have been foul play in Jacintha Saldanha's death. The final verdict of the inquest, however, will be out on the 26th of March next year. But these are the preliminary findings of that inquest that was carried out by the coroner's office today morning in London, and the preliminary findings have revealed that Jacintha Saldanha died of hanging. Remember, Headlines Today had told you yesterday that Jacintha was actually hanged to death. Whether there was foul play involved or whether she committed suicide, that is still not clear, but a new detail has emerged about her death, which is that she had injury marks on her wrist. Were they self-inflicted? Were they inflicted post-mortem? None of that is clear just as yet. The final verdict will be out in March next year. Lavina Tandon, my colleague, joins us now from London. What more details, if any, has the coroner's office released, Lavina?
The coroner's office has just opened the inquest. As you would know, they revealed that she died by hanging herself from neck by scarf from a cupboard. There were some marks on her wrist. There were some injury marks on her wrist. Now the investigation is open, and this will be a full investigation carried out through the coroner's office by the police, and it will look at all the factors that could have and would have contributed or led to Jacintha's death. The final verdict of this inquest will come on the 26th of March 2013, and the coroner said, considering all sufficient evidence that they want is available to them, and then they will give the verdict on 26th of March. This is a tentative date when the full investigation will be concluded by the coroner's court.
Lavina, did the coroner's office say anything about whether these injuries were self-inflicted, how did the hanging take place, or whether there was someone else involved?
No, but they just would tell at this point in time, which is what they did, the cause of the death and the circumstances, identifying who Jacintha was, her husband, where she lived. They also said when she was born, but nothing about the injuries and how anything happened. This is what the full investigation now is all about, to find out what happened, why are these injuries there. Everyone will be questioned. She asked the investigation officer, who's James Hammond, and he said that they will be questioning everyone from Australian radio station DJs to anyone that could be related to the entire event. But no, beyond telling us what was the cause and that there were injuries, they did not go into the details.
All right, my colleague Rohini Swami, who's been speaking to Jacintha's relatives back here in India, also joins us on the phone line from Hyderabad. What is the first reaction you're picking up from the family, Rohini?
Well, the family back here in Bangalore have been extremely upset with the media reports, but they've also taken themselves up completely, don't want to talk to anybody. But what we also get to know in terms of what we have been communicating with the local MLAs and the local parish house is that they, as of now, want the investigations to be completed. They want the body to be transferred to India, to Bangalore, where she's from, so the final rest can be held in Udupi, where she hails from. The Bishop of Bangalore will also be holding a press conference in an hour from now.
All right, Rohini, I'm sorry, I have to let you go at this point. We'll try and get back to you in just a moment. There's something wrong with that audio line we have with you. Lavina, yesterday we had discussed, in fact, on India Reports, how the circumstances of Jacintha's death are shrouded in mystery, especially the hours leading up to her body finally being discovered. And now the injuries that have been discovered on her body only make the case murkier.
Well, it does, but especially because not only the hours leading to her death, but days. There were 3 days in between, and she was completely went incommunicado with her family, and someone who she used to speak to every single day, maybe twice or thrice a day. So some change definitely has been happening in those days between the hospital and what really happened, which has pushed her to the edge. And this is what I think will be investigated, and especially adding to the injuries on the wrist. We don't know if she tried to inflict harm or tried to cut herself by killing herself from the wrist and she couldn't do it, or she didn't have the courage to, or something else. We don't know. But the police did mention in the inquest, when in the court, that there were no suspicious circumstances around this death, and it was definitely a suicide. But the point to investigate is why would a woman who was not was a strong person would be led to do this.
All right, for now, Lavina, we'll let you go. Thank you very much for joining us with the details of that story that's just broken.